What's up, guys? Josh here, and today we're going to talk about cruise ship stuff briefly. I've got a question here from a fellow named Travis, and I emailed him back, but I thought I would read the question and answer here because I'm sure a lot of people wonder about it. So, this is from Travis. Hi, Josh. I am a vegan, also a guitarist. I'm not technically a guitarist, but kudos to being vegan. I'm always happy when I hear about other vegan musicians because musicians on the whole, not a super healthy subset of the population. Anyway, I'm vegan considering a cruise ship gig so I can save money, blah blah blah. Can you tell me more about the food options available? How's the drinking water on the ship? Did you bring a portable water filter? Any information is greatly appreciated. Thanks, Travis. So, I won't read my response verbatim because I know it because I said it. First, food. If you have any special dietary considerations besides being a raw foodist, which is what I was doing in 2010 when I was on the ship, you're going to be fine. Being a raw foodist is not going to work. I have proven it scientifically. Being on a cruise ship, I mean. In general, it's fine. But if you're vegan or vegetarian or gluten-free or whatever, I think you're going to be fine working on a cruise ship. It's not necessarily going to be the highest vitality food. It'll all look nice and seem fancy and stuff, but cruise ship food is not about nourishing the human body. It's about being like, oh, look at this food, how entertaining. Ooh. So the actual ingredients, the fruits, the vegetables, the grains and everything, they're not the highest quality. Stuff's not organic for the most part. Or at all, in my experience. But if you're a vegan, you'll eat as much fruit as you feel like eating. There's going to be plenty of steamed vegetables, and I would just recommend always ask. The dudes who work in the crew mess and stuff, if you get to know them, I'm sure that they're going to be nice guys and they'll be happy to help you out. And they'll be like, oh, you're the funny vegan guy, ha ha ha. And you'll go, ha ha ha, yeah, give me my vegan food. And if there's not vegan food, I'm sure you can make a friend in the kitchen who will hook you up with something. And also, you should have access to the Human Resources Department. If you say, look, I'm on a special diet, I'm having trouble getting enough food, can you help me out? Their job is to be nice and help you do that, whether it's a special arrangement with the head chef or just hooking up with somebody in the kitchen. You're not supposed to go in the kitchen, but they can bring stuff out to you. So, yes, being vegan on a cruise ship works fine, and I think it's great to do because you'll be a good influence, because the general culture is just eating whatever and smoking cigarettes and staying up late and drinking. It's just... it's hectic, man. It's not cool. Because being healthy is a lot more fun than partying like that. As if I know. I never really partied. I was just a nerdy teenager, so I wasn't privy to any partying really going on. But I'm okay with that. So that's food, and then water. Basically, the deal, I assume this is the same on across the board with cruise ships. Don't drink the water. You'll know when you drink it because it's just full of chlorine. When I was on the ship, the women in the entertainment department, the singers and dancers and whatnot, they wouldn't even shower in it because it would just fry their hair. It was so chlorinated. So the deal is that there was a cruise store or something like that on the ship where once a week they open it up and you can buy cases of bottled mineral water, and that's just how you do it. It's too bad because you have to throw away all this plastic, but that's the only way you can get decent water. I didn't bring a water filter or anything. I suppose that you could bring a Brita pitcher, but it just doesn't seem like a good idea to bring your own water filter because the ship, it rocks a little bit, so the water's going to be sloshing around in your Brita pitcher or whatever other brands are available. And the mineral water, it's not the best water in the world, but it's pretty solid, and it lists the level of different minerals in the water so you can see how much or how little chlorine and fluoride and shit is in there. So I think that's all the facts you need to know about cruise ship food and water. Oh, and the other thing is with food, it depends on what ship you're working on, because sometimes as a musician you'll have officer status in certain cases, and then you on my ship we got to dine in the officer's mess, which means basically means you have to dress nicer to go to dinner, which was a pain. But the food's a little nicer in there, and then you can like ask the guy who's helping out, hey, can you ask someone in the kitchen to make me like a plate of just plain steamed rice and veggies or whatever. So that's cool. And then also, depending from ship to ship, is whether you have passenger status selectively. So you might be able to go up to a passenger level and eat for lunch on the deck or whatever, or not. So that varies from ship to ship too, but those are opportunities you can take advantage of sometimes, because if you go to passenger areas, they're naturally going to be more accommodating than in crew areas, because they care about the passengers more than they care about the crew on a ship in general. So they're used to being more accommodating in passenger areas. So that's all you need to know. If you have any more cruise ship questions, leave them below and I will address them in the future. And I'll talk to you guys soon.